Yes, thank you very much for your patience, everybody. We're joined with Ready Girls goalkeeper Leah Brooks and also head coach of the Ready Girls as well, Hubert Busby. Firstly, coach, let me start off with you. A week in camp in NCAA. Summarise how it has been for you and the girls as well.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to be out here in this part of the country. Been very receptive. Everybody's welcomed us with open arms. Really appreciative of the hotels, the city putting on everything for us. So yeah, really grateful and just happy we were able to come out here and entertain everybody tonight. With again, very spirited match against a very well-coached South African squad.
Leah, you debuted 3 days ago, second cap tonight. Summarize how the last few days have been for you.
Well, coming into this camp, I knew that there were only 2 goalkeepers on the roster, so I felt like my mental was a little more make sure I'm ready, make sure I'm prepared. And obviously Becky's been under the weather, so just Busby telling me that I've got the team behind me and that I've prepared. I've been with this team for a couple of years now, so I know that everything that I've been doing with them has led me to this moment. And knowing that I had 10 other girls on the field with me that had my back no matter what made it so much easier.
Thanks, Leon. Eddie, want to take yourself?
Yes, Coach. Eddie Vision TV. 2 questions. One, a much difficult game today compared to the game on Friday. Are these the type of games you prefer winning? Maybe you learn more about the team?
Yeah, I mean, look, the quick turnaround for both teams was always going to be a little bit tedious. It's going to be straining. You could see that a little bit in the first half, us trying to find our legs a bit. And credit to the medical staff and high performance staff, in terms of getting the players ready. But yeah, in these games, this is why we play them. We're going to put in stressful situations, and I wouldn't like to have been as stressful in the 90th minute, but that's football. And credit to the team and the group, as I said, to the halftime. It's about how we respond, and credit to them. We came out in the second half and dominated, and we're worthy winners in the end.
Tiffany Cameron. She didn't get any minutes over this camp. Is it a situation that she's injured?
No, I mean, obviously she's gone into 3 games and she's played full 90 minutes, and we had a conversation throughout the week, and including this morning after a team talk, and just said, hey, listen, there's all possibility for her to go in, we'll look at it. But the idea is that everybody here is ready, but it's a team performance. And for the first players, as a 23rd player, including this young woman here, when called upon, has to be able to step up. My job and the staff's job is to make sure that we're evaluating everybody through this camp. And we had a really good picture of what she did in those last few matches. So this provided an opportunity for us to look at some other players. And that's what we kept on stressing what these games are all about, is to be able to evaluate players and see what they do in stressful situations. She's a veteran, so she knows what it's like. I've got to embed some of these younger players into the group and see how they deal with these environments as well. And as we can see here, she's done so, the one to the left of me has done so with flying colors. And that's what it's about, is us building a program so that we're continuing to go to this World Cup, and I've said all along that we can go to consecutive World Cups thereafter.
Thanks, Eddie. Paul?
Coach, on first half, what were the adjustments at halftime?
Well, we recognized, in terms of how they were looking to build, that actually added another player in the midfield, so we recognize that. It's tough to make those adjustments mid-game, so we just spoke about it at halftime, showed them what we wanted to do in terms of pressing a little bit higher. And again, they responded really well. And again, that then leads our pressure and our aggressiveness, leads to how we play. It's part of our playing model. And just those 2 or 3 adjustments, and then the emphasis on those players to carry out those instructions is really credit to them. And that's why we're able to turn around the game in the second half.
But the energy was a different energy in this. What caused that?
Yeah, I think as the game goes on, sometimes it's a short turnaround, and sometimes you've got to kind of have those adversity for you to kind of spark you into life. That's happened. So I think even before we conceded, we did have an opportunity, and again to convert on some of our chances, and goals change games. We didn't convert on ours. They came down with some good passage of play and converted on theirs. And all of a sudden now we're struggling to get back in. But again, credit to the players who made a couple of adjustments, brought on some fresh legs, which was an impetus for them to come on and do some different things in midfield. And that was kind of always the plan, is to kind of integrate some players on, and for some of the players on to push through that threshold as well. So again, credit to the players. They deserve all of it in terms of us turning around the game and coming out here with a win.
Coach, Christian again from the Jamaica. Last interview you spoke about the importance of keeping a clean sheet. You weren't able to do that tonight. How disappointed are you with that?
Well, keeping a clean sheet is, well, first of all, is getting the win. So that's the first and foremost, the most important thing, especially coming from the deficit we had. And again, like keeping a clean sheet is all about the whole team, and that shows a good defensive performance. Overall, I still think we played well, and the goalkeeper played well. But it's about moments, and we have to be able to manage some of those moments. And if we don't against quality opposition at this level, they'll punish you. So I think we're able to adjust that. It's not necessarily what we wanted. Clean sheets mean that we're defending as a unit, not just our defenders, but our forward line starts in terms of our press and what we want to do. So I thought there were some good things. Like I said, the second half, it was our defending and the way that we pressed that we were able to turn around the game and increase the tempo. So yeah, it's not ideal, in terms of conceding the goals we did. But again, it's another opportunity for us to learn from it, grow from it, and take it into the next window.
Sir, everyone, OVTVJ, Negro, first to Leah, and then to you, Coach Leah. It's your first two caps, I could say. Yeah, how does that feel? And while you're thinking of that, Coach, what's next for the Reggae Girls?
Yeah, I think the next is the available windows in February. So plans are already in place for us to get an opposition. We've had conversations with different federations. We've reached out. They've reached out to us. So I think the next 4 to 5 weeks we'll look to confirm what that is. And again, another quality opposition that's going to contest us in really stressful environments. That's going to make us better come the World Cup qualifiers.
For me, it was kind of like a weight lifted off my shoulders a little bit. Obviously, I'm still quite young, and it's been a while since I've played a full 90. So going to the first game, like I said earlier, I was really nervous, just because I hadn't played against the real opposition with my team. But I knew they had my back. I had their back. And basically I was just like, you do your job, I do mine, and we work together. Going to the second game, a little less nervous, but still, new. So it's just about, I think moving forward, it's just about getting comfortable and learning my teammates individually. And they learn me, and then next thing you know, I don't know.
And take one more.
Leah, you're a very young goalkeeper playing against a big team outside there. What adjustments or what improvements you think you can work on for yourself?
Well, I think that's a good question. Well, I'll start with the positive first. I'll say that I feel like my communication with my team is quite solid, and I feel like that's probably the most important thing. Obviously, you have to keep the ball in the back of the net, but if you're not communicating with your teammates and they don't know what to do, what's going on behind them, or what's going on in front of them, then they can't really do much with what they have. What I need to work on? Well, I would say these specific 2 games, I don't think I had a clean catch. And honestly, I'll chalk it up to being nervous. I was quite nervous because that's just something that's not quite common for me. But I will say, I guess my mindset during a game is probably what I need to work on to make sure that I'm locked in and focused for every ball played back, and just making sure that I take time to breathe and live in the moment to know that I'm confident in what I'm doing.
Leo, Coach, thank you very much. And Ms. Amina, thank you.
Thank you.